Looking back at a lot of things that have happened over time, and I start seeing some connections, especially when you realize that your working style reveals your identity. And you now see that, yeah, there were certain people that stood out to me in a lot of instances because of their working style. And you now realize, oh, these people, this is actually who they are. There was a time like that, just to clarify things. Then there was a neighbor we lived with, and this man was working at was SSS, Secret Security Service, and there's how they move. Very silent, deadly guys. They move like spies, and that experience ingrained in me something very very deep in my subconscious, because I now realize, ooh, that's why this man actually moved the way he moved, the way he walked. He walked differently. That's why you see an MMA fighter or UFC fighter, even a boxer, they move differently. The way they walk, their walking style is different. Then you now look at probably a model. A model walks differently. A model has their own walking style. Then here, to bring it home, here in Africa, in West Africa, in Nigeria, you now realize that, you see con artists, then when you see them, you will know. When you see them in certain areas or invest or in parties, or they walk differently. That's how they walk. There's a swagger, there's a rhythm to the way they walk, and you will just definitely know. There are few exceptions, by the way, but an exception doesn't make the rule. But you see, when you start looking at certain people, it's easier for you to identify them when you understand there's a common walking style that is always attached to them. The way a businessman or a salesman would walk is totally different from the way a model would walk. It's totally different. One is projecting a sexual aura. The other businessman or a salesman is presenting a different type of aura that is in line with attracting money. There's a confidence, there's a boldness, there's a swagger in their step and in their walking style. And it's one of those things, when you start observing and identifying patterns and become familiar with them, you would probably see people and instantly you know who they are. Who they are. And it could go down not just to just the normal identifying people's profession. You could identify people's, let me say, character. Is character the word actually? So let's say, for instance, someone who is a corny person, someone who is a kleptomaniac, someone who steals, someone who drinks a lot, someone who smokes a lot. By all these things, you will definitely identify people just through the way they walk. You definitely will see a manipulator the way they walk, and they will know, because there's a way they move, there's a way they walk. They have a walking style, they have a way they move that is unique to them, and it's something that comes with a lot of practice and exposure to just many people, different people, every single day. and it's a progressive stuff. So your walking style will always reveal your identity. That's one of the things that I have somehow, it's been ingrained into me, that sometimes when I see people, I already know who they are. I know them, and it's something that is possible that people could master and learn. So just try it out. Study people's walking style. Just not like you'll be deeply ingrained in it, but just subconsciously, consciously, just study people's walking style. You will see a lot of things. You would identify who they are before even they speak, before they talk. You know who they are. But that does not mean that it's like generally everybody you get. But you would see certain people and you know who they are. Especially people that have good intentions or bad intentions, you know who they are. You know who they are when they move. So that's it, guys. Today is just like a short one. I just have to just say say my thoughts on this, because I've seen a lot of things when it comes to people's walking style. Even people's sexual orientation through their walking style, you will know. Yes, that's one thing I even forgot to say. Even people's sexual orientation, you will know through their walking style. A lot of things you just know through people's walking style. It's only just, you just have to pay attention. Just pay attention and you pick up all these things. So have a great day and stay blessed. See you in the next video, guys. Bye.